It is Wednesday morning and he's back after his break. Gabriel McSharry, medical herbalist and nutritionist. How are you?
Good morning, Margaret.
I'll tell you, you're making me feel cold with that nice tan you have and all.
Oh, I got some great sun there in the last few weeks.
I bet you did. And then coming back to that cold and rain.
Oh,
not good.
It's tough.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, if you have questions for Gabriel, who's nice and relaxed after his break, you can send them in to us now by text to 083 3500 530 or call us at 0818 365 500. Now, the first question that has come in: my husband suffers badly from bad night sweats. He has had all sorts of tests done, but nothing has shown up. He is almost 68. I'm wondering if Gabriel would have any suggestions.
Yeah, it's an interesting one for a male to have this. I mean, it's something that if it was a woman between 50 and 60 suffered them, you'd nearly understand the etiology. But
what do they mean by that? Is it that they're just sweating all over, is it, or? Yeah,
well, I guess just at night time, they just tend to sweat all over in bed generally, and to kick off the clothes, and the temperature may not be that high either, you know. It's just well, this is talking about, I guess, the classical night sweats a menopausal woman would have. It's just, and this sounds something like the same, but there's, I guess, in herbal medicine side of things, there's traditional herbs for sweating. One is sage, or Salvia officinalis, and it's something he can try in a tincture form. And if he takes it throughout the day, and maybe the higher dose at night time, and see with that reduce it over a period of time, give it 3 or 4 weeks or so in order to assess the effect. There's other herbs then that may help, depending on other things that's going on. I mean, as I say, it's atypical for a male of this age to have these night sweats, and I can definitely understand why all the medical tests came up with nothing really, you know, and I'm sure that it tests maybe a hormonal imbalance and so on, but yeah, I mean, other than that, what I do is I'd go through diet, and if there's any kind of nervous system stimulants that could have a thermogenic effect on the body, like cause the metabolism to go fast and then therefore heat up and so on. I mean, there's a number of cooling herbs as well. Peppermint is one. You can try peppermint tea. And you know, so it's something that generally I'd look at if there's any other medical conditions, or if there's something in the diet or something like that. And then definitely I'd try a few of the traditional ones for sweating.
I don't know, maybe this sounds like a silly question, but could it be as well that the room maybe is too warm, that
yeah, it's unlikely, because I mean, it's probably one of the first things he'd try if he found that he was just sweating for whatever reason. He'd lower the temperature, or he might even open the window or whatever. So I'd guess that he's tried that, and it's not temperature specific. That it's generally, no matter what he does, he might break out into sweats at night time, you know. I mean, there's obvious things that I'm sure that they've went down the road. If say one consumes excessive amount of alcohol, they can generally sweat at night time. But it's most likely not any of these obvious ones if he's had a lot of barrage of tests. And it's just one of those things that I'd try a number of herbal medicines and see how they work. And
so would it be more of an annoying thing then, rather than a risk to your health?
Yeah, well, I've definitely seen people with sweats where it can, you know, the pyjamas are soaking wet. They have to change the sheets in the middle of the night. All these things are really annoying, you know, and they affect your sleep. And obviously, if your sleep is going to be affected long term, that's going to have an effect on your energy, the next day and so on. On a health perspective, could it damage health? One thing I would mention is to make sure that he's consuming electrolytes. If you're sweating a lot, like an athlete or one who does maybe a lot of saunas or stuff, it's important to make sure your body doesn't become depleted in electrolytes. And these are things your muscle needs. So they're mainly unrefined sea salt. Make sure he's having enough of that in the diet. And if he's experiencing any cramping in the muscles or otherwise, it could be an indication that he is becoming deficient in electrolytes. And then again, that's just a dietary change.
Just try it. Right, okay. This listener wondering, how long can sinus play up for in the winter months, and what will improve them?
Yeah, well, sinusitis can be there all year round, and this is the thing too. I mean, generally the majority of cases are seasonal, and it's triggered by generally airborne pollens, through the summer season. But if you're having it all year round, most likely the trigger is diet, and it's sensitivity or an allergy to certain foods that you're consuming on a regular basis year round, and it's affecting the sinuses and the sinusitis. I always treat the digestive system in people with sinusitis. It's something that they don't really think about, but when treated, it can have quite a positive effect on the condition. So definitely probiotics are important. You get them in good quality natural yogurt, but also you can get them in capsule form in the fridge in a pharmacy or health food store and that. High sugar diets and stuff, obviously you should definitely cut them out, alcohol and stuff like that. These are all things that will kind of exacerbate sinusitis. Then there's certain herbs. There's a blend of 7 herbs that's clinically proven it's called Sinupret, but I make them up at the clinic, and it's shown to reduce the symptom picture of sinusitis. So headache, any kind of tension behind the cheekbones, the blockage or congestion in the nasal passage, that frontal lobe headache as well, and sometimes it affects people's eyes, the water, or they get itchy and so on. And the quality of life can be reduced in that at night time you become a mouth breather, you're always bunged up, and then therefore that your mouth dries out, and that can lead to other things as well. time of dose, and that could be 5 minutes for one person, and it could be half an hour or 40 minutes for another person.
The real fair-skinned people would obviously
exactly, and it's you know, and it's a thing too that you know, Irish people may we go through a winter and then maybe in May Spain for a couple of weeks holiday, and really you're going from not being exposed to too strong a sun for, you know, 6 months previous to bang into a real hot climate, and that transition, definitely you'll need to watch it, and but you know, it's small, and definitely don't burn. That's the bottom line. The research says in to do with melanoma, which is skin cancer, is people who get it, tend to get it on places that isn't you know, the lower back or the thighs, places that isn't fully exposed to sun all the time, like the hands and face. Also, more people who work indoors get it than people who work outdoors. I can't remember some of the other statistics anyway, so it's not really clear-cut yet in the science. And you know, vitamin D is shown as protective against the severe form of melanoma. Now that's different than the squamous cell skin cancer. You know, there's just, so the science at the minute doesn't really play out that you know, this severe form of skin cancer is caused by the sun exposure. But the key anyway, the bottom line is don't burn.
Exactly.
But you know, definitely don't avoid the sun like the plague. I mean, it's very important and healthy to get vitamin D status.
Okay, all right, keep your questions coming to us, 083 3500 530, and call us at 0818 365 500. Rejoin us after this break with Gabriel McSharry, medical herbalist and nutritionist.
Ocean FM. Northwest Today with Rogers Topline Ballymote. New name, but still the same value close to home. Rogers Topline, the builders, hardware merchant leader in the Northwest. 071 918 3318. RogersTopline.ie. Ocean FM.
Gilroy Tiles Super Warehouse Sale has never been bigger. Top quality tiles, natural stone and bathroom ware at unbelievable prices. So hurry to Grange and don't miss out. At Gilroy Tiles Warehouse Clearance Sale in Grange, opposite SuperValu.
Chic, stylish, special. That's Richmond. Young and young at heart. That's Richmond. Family, friends, fun. That's Richmond. Today, tomorrow, together. That's Richmond. Richmond, the city's centre. Richmond Centre Derry.
Garnet here from Albany Decor Plan. Don't miss the Albany Winter Decor Sale. There are massive reductions on wallpaper with clearance stock as low as $9.99. 20% off designer paint colours, up to 50% off lamps, lighting and accessories. Yes, 50% off. If it's decor, then it's got to be Albany Decor Plan, Irish Paint Retailer of the Year.
Buying a home is a big step, but at Irish Nationwide Building Society, we're here to help. So whether you're a first-time buyer, moving home, or simply thinking of changing lender, call us on 1890 455 455. Visit irishnationwide.ie or drop into any one of our 49 branches, and together we'll help find the right option for you. Lending criteria, terms and conditions apply. Security and insurance required. Calls may be recorded. Irish Nationwide Building Society is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland. Irish Nationwide Building Society, your home for mortgages.
The Diamond Coast Hotel Enniscrone will hold an affair to remember. Wedding Fair on Sunday, 21st of November from 2 to 6 p.m, featuring a champagne reception. All welcome to the Northwest's most exclusive wedding venue, the Diamond Coast Hotel Enniscrone, 096 26000.
Attention all brides-to-be. 2011 collection of Maggie Sottero and Midgley wedding dresses showing in Ireland for the very first time at Simone's this weekend. 10% discount on weddings and bridesmaid dresses purchased during promotion. Maggie Sottero and Midgley new collections at Simone's this Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Open 12 until 6 on Sunday. Simone's, High Bridge, Sligo. Parking at rear.
Keep it local with Centra. We deliver great value, allowing you to shop locally, save time, save money and support local jobs. Check out this week's sterling beating offers, like half price Central Quality Irish leg of lamb, half price Victoria biscuit tins and €3 Coke 2-litre twin pack.
A Christmas concert with the stars at the Best Western Sligo Southern Hotel, Thursday 16th of December, with Mike Denver and his band, Nathan Carter plus special guests. Tickets from hotel reception or call 071 9162 101.
To have your say, call the Northwest Today comment line on 0818 365 500. Text your comment to 083 3500 530.
And you're welcome back to the programme. We are in the company of Gabriel McSharry, a medical herbalist and nutritionist. Now, Gabriel, you just wanted to say, though, that you do put on aloe vera as an after-sun.
That's right. On the herbal medicines front, I use aloe vera a lot, especially if I'm getting sun exposure. And it's just, I guess, a very powerful natural moisturiser. It's really nutritive for the skin, but it can also have a protective mechanism on the skin when you're in a sunny climate,
Okay, any cure for someone with eczema? They have dust allergies.
Yeah, well, generally, eczema and psoriasis and atopic dermatitis, it's one of the atopic triad. So it's three conditions that if you have one, you have a higher predisposition, I think, to develop the other two, and some may have all three. And the atopic triad are atopic dermatitis, so eczema, psoriasis, hay fever, or a kind of allergy to dust and stuff like that, and asthma. So they're the three, and the treatment on a herbal medicine perspective is the same for all three. There's common herbs I use for all them three conditions: asthma, eczema, psoriasis, and hay fever. Topically, first of all, I use a cream with that's calendula base. And it's really good, I guess, just to take out the itch or the severity. It's also antibacterial, antimicrobial, so if for children and that who itch it a lot and sometimes it gets infected and that, using this cream can stop that. And it's all I make them all natural ingredients like beeswax, vegetable oil and calendula oil infusion. So that's it topically. Internally, it's an autoimmune condition. I treat the immune system and the digestion. All these, the atopic triad are autoimmune conditions. So the immune system is very important. I mentioned earlier vitamin D, the importance of it, very good for autoimmune conditions. So vitamin D very powerful there too, and a lot of science to show that it's very beneficial for eczema. And dietary wise, with eczema and psoriasis, these atopic conditions, they're very similar to a skin condition that can be caused by a gluten allergy in celiacs or people who have a gluten sensitivity. So they may try taking gluten from the diet and monitor the improvement, and do that for 8 weeks and see assess the improvement in the condition in the 8 weeks. And if there's none, then it's possibly not a goer, but it's something definitely worth a try.
Okay. This person gets cramps in their legs. Can they take anything to stop them?
Yeah, magnesium. Magnesium very important for the way the muscles move, and anyone's getting cramps. As I mentioned earlier, electrolytes are very important, and make sure they're getting the right quantity of unrefined sea salt in the diet. Unrefined sea salt has a lot of electrolytes in there and these minerals that the muscles need. But magnesium, more specifically, the Epsom salts foot baths. So you can try this for a few weeks and see, and a compress. So you put a cup or two of Epsom salts, you get it in the supermarket and it's very cheap. It's just magnesium salts into hot water, a basin, and have a foot bath. But also an old shirt or something, or a towel, soak it in it, and you put it on. Say it's your calves, you're getting the cramps in all the time. Compress, so you put the compress onto the calf that you're getting, and it's just a way of applying magnesium locally, because it'll be absorbed through the skin osmotically, and certain balms I use as well for people who are getting cramps a lot, and also internally there's a herb called cramp bark, and it can be good. Again, just it's nutritive for the muscles and the way the muscles fire and twitch.
Okay, and finally, 2 daughters aged 13 and 15 years old keep getting sore eyes. Their eyes are red, sore, a bit worse at night, and in the morning they are hard to open and are sticky. What can I do, and what might be the cause?
Yeah, well, it sounds like it could be an allergy, or it could be a kind of an infection. Maybe if there's a pet in the house that they got it from it, or treatment, herbally calendula tea. So you make a tea, strong water infusion, a strong tea from the flowers and the leaves, and you let it cool, and then you do it as a wash. So you buy a wee eye, what's it called now, an eye bath in the chemist. It's €3 for this little glass. It's like a little shot glass, and you fill it with the calendula and put their eye into it, look up to the sky and open the eye, and the solution just kind of, it's again, it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, and if there's any kind of infection there, it gets rid of it, and you can use that as a wash, and put it on a cloth and wipe their eyes with it as well. Internally, immune tonics, so echinacea, andrographis, astragalus, elderberry and elderflower are really good for the immune system, and also for any kind of allergies if that could be the cause of it too. And I'd also look into what maybe in the house could be causing it, if the two of them have it.
So it could be something. Okay, that's it for this morning. Now, we have a lot of questions, so what we'll do is we'll start off with them again next week. And thanks a million for sending your questions. And Gabriel McSharry, medical herbalist and nutritionist, you're back with us next Wednesday morning just after 11 o'clock.
That's correct.
Thanks a million.